the next thing we're going to talk about is how Warner Brothers has decided to move the entire 2021 slate of movies to a tandem release where they're going to be coming out in theaters and on HBO Max at the same time. I have a list. You ready, Zeus?
I am.
Okay. Well, I'm not because it's taking me a while to open. All right, I've got the list. So this list includes The Suicide Squad, The Matrix 4, Dune, Godzilla vs. Kong, Space Jam: A New Legacy, Little Things, Judas and the Black Messiah, Tom and Jerry, Mortal Kombat, Those Who Wish Me Dead, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, In the Heights with the guy from Hamilton, Reminisce, Malignant, The Many Saints of Newark, King Richard, and Cry Macho. All those movies will be going to HBO Max same day they release them.
I'm not gonna lie, you might have sold me on HBO Max right now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I read the list. I was like, I might pay what is it though? $15?
Is it $15? That's still a lot of money though.
It is
That's a lot for a
Um,
service.
but the
But I
thing
mean, I
is,
guess now they can argue you're gonna literally get all these movies. Shut up.
so
Just pay the $15.
my family, we all use our dad's Amazon Prime account,
Yeah.
and in Prime Video they have channels in there like Showtime, HBO, and also. So we pay for HBO in there, and I think that's $15 a month, maybe $11, but I think it's $15. All we would have to do is shut down that channel and just get HBO Max and put it on the Amazon Prime account anyway. So anyone that's still on there would use it. So at most we would be paying a net positive of $4 a month, which is whatever, man. That's $48 a year. Yeah.
I wonder if I kind of got to do a quick review. So remember I told you that I got Apple Plus?
Mm-hmm. Wait. The streaming service or
the streaming
like
service because they gave me 3 months for free.
Okay.
And I haven't watched it. Like, it's not exciting. So this is probably something that some streaming services might start reaching out for. Like, yo, maybe we need to do a partnership with another company, because obviously Warner Brothers owns HBO, right?
Right.
So
now AT&T owns Warner Brothers and owns HBO. AT&T is the parent company.
So and I think that's kind of why Apple TV is kind of like at a deficit because they don't own anything. Yeah, because Netflix obviously it's its own entity, so they own their own thing. Even though they say Netflix has been like losing money for like so many years, but they still gain enough money that they can lose money. I don't know. It's so weird. Like they're always talking about how they lose money, like they lose billions, but make billions. So it's kind of like, I guess I don't know. That's something that businesses do, that they figure it out. But anyways, makes me think that Apple TV, one of these streaming companies might start looking at like, who can I get this kind of partnership with? Because I can see how this will make it, like really people can't complain about this, right? Because the thing is, they're releasing it in theaters simultaneously.
Yeah.
So the people who don't want to get HBO Max, or the people who are just like, oh, this coronavirus ain't gonna beat me, and think that there's some type of hero for still going out, what's it called? That they might be able to go to the theaters to watch it is like one thing. So they might be down to do. So people still can go watch it in theaters. I don't know how it affects like how much money that goes, like HBO Max subscriptions will go towards the gross of the movies or whatever.
Well, I don't think it really matters, right? Since it's owned by that parent company. I don't think they would even try to make it is a good question though, because it depends on how some movies the actors' contracts are based on the gross of the movie. Yeah, so a percentage of the gross. So how would you calculate that if some of that percentage is coming from streaming numbers, right?
So that might actually benefit the company.
Yeah, it could. They'll be like, sorry, we made $0.
It's kind of like you ever heard about Forrest Gump, where the writer of the story didn't get paid jack squat,
Really?
Because the company that produced it said that technically speaking, Forrest Gump after marketing lost money, even though if you look at their Wikipedia page, they'll show like their gross is like a couple $100 million versus a
budget of like very little,
like a lot less than that. But they can argue that we lost money. So that's the same thing. We're like, hey, we lost money. We can't pay you. You know, they might save a good couple, $30 million that way. You know.
Yeah, man, it's a really good model to be a streaming service and then have a production company behind your name, right? So Disney has got, Disney Plus has got, Disney to make their movies, and they've got 20th Century Fox. So they've got those arms for their movies, and then they've got on the TV side, they've got ABC Studios, right, to put stuff to Disney Plus as well. Then you've got HBO Max having, Warner Brothers and Warner Media to put stuff in there. I believe Peacock has, NBC for their TV. They've got Universal for movies.
Who does Paramount have?
That's what I was going to say. I want to say Paramount is also under Peacock. So,
okay.
So, because I believe they're part of the Universal Media. So yeah, then you've got Netflix kind of, out on their own, just buying up, individual content by themselves, and Apple TV, I don't even know what they're doing. So that's crazy.
I think they're trying to produce mostly their own products, but like I said, so far I have not been impressed. But then again, I haven't watched. So there was a show called Tehran.
Tehran. Okay. Mm-hmm.
That was produced by the same people who produced a really good show that I like on Netflix called Fana.
Mm-hmm.
Which I always tell people, basically it's Israel's 24.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's 24 based in Israel, pretty much is what it is, right? One of the guys is like a Jack Bauer and shit, So I was really looking forward to this show, but it's boring for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of like I'm like you're not I'm not really feeling you. And Jason Momoa has like a one show. It seems like on almost every single network, like on every single streaming service, they'll have at least one show. So there's C, which I still haven't had a chance to see. My wife saw it, and
there you go. and he's in Dune, which is coming out on HBO Max.
Oh no! So when you said Dune, I think Dune is probably going to be the reason I'll do it, because I was like, when I saw Dune, I was like, when I saw the previews for Dune, and then Corona hit, I was so mad. So because I was like, yo, I was definitely gonna go see this movie.
So let's talk about this then. We're gonna get into, do we think this is gonna be a long-term strategy, or is it gonna fizzle out once Corona is hit? Personally, I think it could be successful, and it could be the new way of things going forward. I think so. Because at the end of the day, I think people were getting wary of the movie theater business anyway. Fact that, it's getting super expensive, and they've got popcorn and things and that. But,
hey man, I told you, some guy went to go watch the Minions with like 3 of his kids, and I saw that he spent $100 on the tickets alone.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine the money that he would spend on the popcorn and all that stuff,
Yeah, but see, now the problem is, if they do that as like a long-term strategy, the movie theater business could just tank. So what are they going to do to make themselves more marketable, to make themselves more likely to survive? So that's going to be the question going forward.
What I think will start happening?
Uh-huh.
Second run theaters will start coming up more.
Okay.
So there's one here near a place called Santa Fe Mall. They have I love going to that one because the food is cheap, and the tickets are cheap. $250 to go watch a movie.
Nice.
And I was watching Jurassic World right when it came out on, to rent.
Uh-huh.
So but I'm watching because I'm like, you know what? Let me go watch this, and I get to watch it. I think Fast and the Furious 7. So I forgot what they called it. I forgot if it was called Fast 7, Furious 7, or just
Furious 7.
It was Furious 7, right? Because for some reason, because you're right. Because you know what? They try to make Furious 6 happen, but nobody called it that. So
Fast 6. No. Fast 5. Fast and Furious 6, Furious 7.
Yeah, but if you saw the beginning credits, they called it Furious 6, but nobody called it that. Yeah. So they're like, no, we're gonna call it Furious 7, and then Fate of the Furious.
Fate of the Furious, yeah. Oh, brother.
No, Fast and the Furious 10. They might go to space.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Space of the Furious. So
Space of the Furious.